Steelers go 0-3 in the preseason in 2024 after going 3-0 in the preseason in 2023. Today, taking a loss 24-17 to the Detroit Lions. But when the first and second teams were out there for the Steelers today, they were up 14-0 before they put in the third team. So, the Steelers, I thought the first team and second team units played really, really well today. So, honestly, I don't think this score represents how the Steelers and the people that are going to be on the field on Sundays played today. So I'm going to get to my list of winners here. So let's start with Russell Wilson. I think he locked up the QB1 job today. I think he did what he needed to do. He converted on a third and very long, 3rd and 11, hit George Pickens for like a 26-yard gain. So I think, and also led a touchdown drive on just 2 completions. So I think the coaching staff saw everything that they needed to see out of Russ. And, if he was truly in danger of losing his job, I think he would have played more than just 1 series, right? So I do believe they will announce Russell Wilson as the starting quarterback for Week 1, if not later today when Mike Tomlin hits the press conference at the podium. But, it might not be today, but it'll probably be in the coming days that Russell Wilson will officially be the starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers heading into the year. Another winner, Cordarrelle Patterson, had a nice run for a touchdown, made a defender miss in open space. I mean, this guy's still got a little bit of wiggle, man. So if Jaylen Warren isn't on the field in Week 1, it looks like Cordarrelle will be the number 2 running back alongside Najee Harris. So it's nice to know that your backup running back here did a good job, and I'm excited to see what he does in open space as a kick returner this year. Nick Herbig also had an unbelievable game, had a sack, and then had a strip sack fumble today. I mean, Nick Herbig is absolutely unbelievable. He's probably the best rotational edge rusher in the game today, in my opinion. The dude is just so twitchy. He's got an array of different moves to beat you, and he just absolutely dominated not only this game, but the entire preseason. Keeanu Benton also had a sack today. He looked really, really good out there. This guy's got a lot of hype surrounding him heading into the season, and today he really lived up to that hype. So really excited to see Keeanu Benton play well in his limited reps today, and I can't wait to see him in the regular season moving forward. Another guy on the interior of the defensive line, DeMarvin Leal, had multiple impact plays, getting to the backfield on a number of different occasions. Played with a really good motor, which is something that's been a problem of his in the past. This year, it has not been an issue. In fact, it's been a strength for DeMarvin Leal. He's highly conditioned. He really worked his ass off this offseason, and he's going to be a legitimate piece of this rotation this year. Thomas Graham Jr., it seems, has locked up, I think, the starting slot cornerback job. He played pretty much the entire first half. Beanie Bishop Jr. played the second half, so that tells me that Thomas has done enough here to earn the starting slot cornerback job, and he kind of came out of nowhere, right? People were expecting Josiah Scott or Graylin Arnold or Beanie Bishop Jr. to win that spot, and Thomas Graham Jr. kind of comes out of nowhere by the end of camp, and, he's making plays in practice and in these games. He's a good blitzer. He's good in coverage. I told you guys at the beginning of training camp to keep your eye on Thomas Graham Jr. I really like him as a player, and he really showed out this preseason, including today. He's a big winner for me. Cory Trice Jr., thought he had some really nice plays defending some screen passes, and then also in the run game, playing really downhill today. I thought he really used his size to his advantage. And he played with his hair on fire. Love to see that from Cory. Going to be a big-time special teams player and rotational piece in that secondary heading into the year. Julius Welshoff had 2 sacks today. So if there was a winner in terms of that edge 4 position, it was definitely Welshoff, the undrafted free agent, has had a really good camp. And I think that he has made a legitimate argument to make this team over Kyron Johnson today. Will it happen? I don't know. Kyron's the more experienced player. He's had a good camp overall, so maybe they still give the nod for that number 4 edge to Kyron Johnson, but Welshoff certainly made his case today. Des Fitzpatrick had a really nice catch down the sideline today. I think that he's had a really good camp and a really good preseason. I have him as a lock to make the final Steelers roster this year. Good on Des Fitzpatrick. Then we got Cam Sutton getting an interception against his former team. It's the last time Cam Sutton is going to be on a football field playing an actual game until Week 10 because of that 8-week suspension, followed by the Week 9 bye here in Pittsburgh. So we'll see you, Cam. Hope that you're ready to go Week 10 against the Commanders, and kudos to you for getting that interception against your former team. So let me know down there in the comments section who is the biggest winner of today's game versus the Detroit Lions. This will be the pinned comment on today's show. So in just a second here, I'm going to tell you about our sponsor at Game Time. And while I talk about Game Time, it's a perfect opportunity to go down there in the comments section and let me know who is your biggest winner here from Saturday's game. So let's talk a little bit here about Game Time because I absolutely love Game Time. It's the only ticketing app I have on my phone because it's the fastest and easiest way to buy tickets for the sports, music, comedy, and theater in your area. And guys, we all know that experiencing a sporting event, especially a football game live, is unlike anything you can get from watching the game on your couch on TV. So if you love to say, I was there for all of your favorite teams' biggest moments, Game Time has a new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. And you look at the Game Time Picks and how it works is that you go to the Game Time app, you select a game, and you're going to have an option to pick Game Time Picks. So if you click that, it's going to give you the best possible deals that you can find, okay? So they pretty much have an algorithm here where they take whatever a ticket is, the average ticket price is for that ticket, and then they subtract that by what it's going for, and they make it into a percentage. So, for example, this top one, it's in the top 10 percentile of tickets. That's the highest that they have on any ticket to the home opener for the Steelers versus the Chargers, the home opener in Week 3. So right now, that would be the best potential value on Game Time, Section 524, row double E. Great view to watch the Steelers kick some ass against the Los Angeles Chargers. So you can take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time today. All you have to do is download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS. That's one word, all caps, CHATSPORTS. It's right down there in the bottom right of your screen for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS. That's one word, all caps, CHATSPORTS for $20 off. So I do have Justin Fields in my losers list today, but it wasn't because he played bad, all right? The only reason why he was on the losers list is because Russell Wilson seems to have solidified his spot as the QB1. And Fields, I thought, had some of his best throws of the preseason. That RPO on his first drive that ended up being a touchdown, that RPO to that glance post, that was awesome, man. He wrapped it right behind a Detroit Lions defender. That was a really cool throw. Also, he hit Van Jefferson on a nice rollout out to his left. He put his foot in the ground, delivered a strike in a tight window. So I thought Justin had some of his better throws of the preseason. He was 3 for 4. There was a miscommunication once again with his center on a snap. That was Zach Frazier, and then he he took a sack as well, a quick sack. So Fields, I thought, played okay today. But definitely not enough, in my opinion, to solidify him as the number one quarterback. And it does seem like because of Russell Wilson's situation, taking him out after just one drive and 2 pass attempts, that Russ has officially won this quarterback competition. Then we get to Beanie Bishop Jr., and, I think Beanie's got a future. If Thomas Graham Jr. Struggles early in the season as the starting slot, Beanie's going to get a chance to play. So I don't think Beanie's future with this team is done by any stretch of the imagination. I'm pretty damn sure he makes the team. But, he was originally listed as the starting slot corner heading into the first preseason game. And instead of playing the first half today with the starters and the second team, he played the second half with the reserves. So wishing Beanie Bishop Jr. the best. I think he makes the final roster. He's for sure going to be a practice squad player. I think he's got a bright future. Just hopefully he's able to capitalize on that. Spencer Anderson, I also have listed as a loser, unfortunately. He took some bad losses. You can also put Devery Hamilton, the left tackle, the reserve left tackle in here, but Spencer has aspirations to make the team. And after today's performance, I definitely think he's on the bubble moving forward. So join us live for every game this season here on Steelers Talk. Subscribe to the channel. You guys are absolutely phenomenal, man. We do these live watch parties every single week for every single Steelers game, pre, regular, and postseason. You guys are just absolutely unbelievable with the support that you give to us. So make sure you click that subscribe button to never miss a moment during the 2024 campaign. And then to finish things off here, Ryan Watts left the game late with a very scary injury. Lots of people on the field attending to him. Players on the knee. Coach Tomlin and Russell Wilson go out there, take a knee next to the players. Didn't look good, man. Head, neck injury. Hopefully that he's okay. It's very possible that Mike Tomlin has already given an update on him at the podium. but I'm not aware of that at this point in time. Really hope that he's okay, man. I think that he's going to be somebody that definitely makes the practice squad, but after this, I think that, if he was a bubble player, he's probably going to just be a practice squad player or put on the IR. Also, Cory Trice Jr., injured groin. So we'll see how that affects his status on this team. Hopefully he's going to be able to go in 2 weeks in Atlanta as a starting dime backer. Who knows, man? If he can't go, Coop, maybe Beanie Bishop Jr. ends up making the team. I mean, I guess we'll see. Corey's had a really good training camp. He's got a bright future, in my opinion. Oh, God, I really hope that this injury isn't anything big. And then Julius Welshoff apparently has an injured knee. So he was one of our winners today, got 2 sacks. I guess he left the game with a knee injury. So hopefully Welshoff is okay. If he's not, he'll probably be a practice squad save or IR, with probably Kyron Johnson making the final roster for the Pittsburgh Steelers as the number 4 edge rusher. So if you're ready for some Steelers football, man, I think we're all tired of the preseason at this point. Spam me in the chat if you're ready for some real Steelers football. Week 1 versus the Atlanta Falcons in 2 weeks. I know I'm excited for it. If you're right there with me, guys, make sure you spam me down there in the comments. That'll be it for today's show, guys. I appreciate your support. Make sure you click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, here we go, Steelers.